Good evening, everybody. My name is Ashita Hada, and I just graduated from UC Merced this past May with a human biology degree. I grew up in Richmond, and today I will be sharing my experiences with you going through the imposter syndrome. The imposter syndrome is a psychological pattern in which an individual doubts their accomplishments and has a persistent internalized fear of being exposed as a fraud. So it's not just secluded to a certain group, but everybody goes through this. So it's just about how you will combat your feelings in order to succeed. So I will start off with my experiences as a freshman at UC Merced. I was gonna go to a state school, and because that's where I felt that I would thrive the most in terms of classes being appropriate for me, like the appropriate level. So when I got to UC Merced and I was doing bad, it just confirmed my worst fear, which was that I wasn't good enough and that I was not going to succeed as an individual compared to like my cohort. So I just started doing worse during my first year. But after that, I was like, I want to change the narrative, and I was asking myself the important questions that one should ask. Why am I getting bad grades? Why am I studying all the time? And once it's time to do or complete an exam, why am I not regurgitating that information? How can I do things better? How can I manage my time better? And that was like one thing where I had to learn how to study, and I had to create a schedule that was efficient for myself, where I can have a personal life, because you also need one in order to de-stress, but also do really good in school. Another thing was I had to build a community on my college campus. The way I would look for clubs was something I can relate to. For my first year, I joined clubs like Hermanas Unidas, which was a Latino group where we all talked about, our fears, personal things, and just made friends, felt like I had family at my college community. I didn't know anyone going into UC Merced. And the second one was also academic programs. For example, the first club I joined was Minority Association of Pre-Health Students. I'm a minority, and I knew I wanted a career in the pre-health field. Also, as I was growing up or getting further into my college career, I joined more serious clubs like Phi Delta Epsilon fraternity, which is a medical fraternity, and they help you get into medical school. They tell you what are the steps to get into medical school, how the MCAT is. Every time we had a meeting, which was every week on Sundays, we would do MCAT practice questions and just things like that. Another thing was I needed to learn how to relax, which is kind of weird to say, because you're in college and you're stressed and you have all these things to do. But knowing how to meditate, when to say that it was enough, step back and just breathe, so then I could be more efficient. I could actually do my work. Sometimes you read a huge long paper and you're like, wait, I don't even remember what it said. So it's also knowing that you can regurgitate that information. How I combated the imposter syndrome is I watched motivational videos when I was down, and also remembering that everybody goes through this. It's a part of life. No matter what you do, where you go, you will experience it at least once. And like I said before, it's not just a certain group that goes through the imposter syndrome. It's everyone, if they admit it or if they don't. So just remember that we're all in this together. Build your community, build your family in order to support yourself, and not just your family, because I know a lot of you guys are first generation, as was I, and love yourself. Give yourself the time and the space that you need to grow, thrive, and succeed. And we're all here for you guys, so reach out.